On this day, in 1895, something strange happened. In a dark lab in Würzburg, Germany, physicist Wilhelm Röntgen was experimenting with electrical currents when he noticed something impossible, a faint glow shimmering across the room. It passed straight through solid objects, even through his own hand. He had accidentally discovered X-rays, an invisible form of light that revealed the bones beneath flesh, the first time humanity had ever seen inside itself without a single cut. Röntgen's strange discovery would change medicine, physics, and how we see the world forever. On this day, in 1518, something strange happened. In Strasbourg, a woman suddenly began dancing in the street. No music, no celebration, just frantic, uncontrollable movement. Within days, hundreds joined her. People danced until their feet bled. They danced through pain and exhaustion. Some reportedly collapsed and died where they stood. City leaders tried everything. Musicians, open halls, even dance-it-out orders, but nothing stopped it. And then, as suddenly as it began, the dancing plague ended. Mass hysteria? Poisoned grain? Or something far deeper in the human mind? The mystery still hasn't stopped moving. On this day, in 1996, something strange happened. In Ireland, the lotto jackpot was won by 3 different people. Nothing unusual there until the winning numbers were announced. Every number matched key dates from the life of the mystic Padre Pio, his birth, his ordination, and even his death. 3 separate winners, all using combinations tied to the same holy man on the same night. People called it coincidence. Others called it something else. A lottery fluke? A shared superstition? Or a strange hint of the mystical slipping into the math? The odds say random. The story says otherwise. On this day, in 1911, something strange happened. By noon, the Midwest was in t-shirts. By midnight, people were freezing to death. November 11th, 1911 delivered one of the most violent weather whiplashes ever recorded. Cities in the central U.S. hit summer-level highs in the 70s and 80s. Then, within hours, temperatures collapsed into the teens. Springfield, Missouri jumped to 80 degrees, then plummeted to 13. Keokuk, Iowa fell from 79 to 14. Records for the hottest and coldest November 11th were set on the same day. The cold front that caused it didn't just bring cold, it brought chaos. Tornadoes, hail, sleet, blizzards, wind gusts over 70 miles an hour. In Janesville, Wisconsin, an F4 tornado tore apart homes. Then the survivors found themselves standing in a snowstorm. The Great Blue Norther remains a chilling reminder. Sometimes the weather doesn't change, it snaps. On this day, in 1933, something strange happened. A man aimed his camera at Loch Ness and captured a shape so bizarre that 90 years later, no one can agree on what he actually photographed. Hugh Gray was walking his dog along the water when a large, twisting form rose from the lake, 2 to 3 feet above the surface. No head visible, just a violent, writhing shape, he said, moved like a tail. He snapped one picture, and that blurry image became the world's first alleged photo of the Loch Ness Monster. The Scottish Daily Record published it, and the legend exploded, but almost instantly, Skeptics attacked it, saying it looked like Gray's dog holding a stick, or an otter, or even a swan. The original negative disappeared, sealing the debate forever. Long before the infamous 1934 hoax photo, it was this strange, uncertain image that sparked the Nessie phenomenon and launched nearly a century of sightings, stories, and speculation. On this day, in 1940, something strange happened. A movie premiered that confused critics, baffled audiences, and accidentally invented the future of surround sound. Walt Disney's Fantasia hit the screen in New York's Broadway theater, not as a normal animated film, but as a full-on experiment. Instead of telling a story, it let classical music drive the animation. Bach, Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, Stravinsky, paired with abstract imagery, dancing mushrooms, and cosmic dreamscapes no one had ever seen in a theater. But the strangest part wasn't on the screen. It was in the walls. Disney created Fantasound, an early stereo system that made music swirl around the theater decades before commercial stereo existed. Only a handful of theaters could handle it, which hurt the film's box office, but blew the minds of those who heard it. Critics were split. Some called it visionary. Others said it tainted classical music. World War II cut off European markets, and the project nearly bankrupted Disney. But over time, Fantasia became a cult masterpiece, reshaping animation, influencing film music for generations, and proving that sometimes the boldest risks leave the biggest echoes. On this day, in 1889, something strange happened. A 25-year-old journalist decided she could outrun a fictional man, and then proved it to the entire world. Nellie Bly was given barely 2 days' notice when her newspaper asked if she wanted to attempt the impossible, travel around the world in less than 80 days, just like in Jules Verne's novel. She didn't hesitate. She packed one small bag, boarded a steamship in Hoboken, New Jersey, and launched herself into a real-life race against fiction. Her 25,000-mile journey rushed her through England, France, Italy, the Suez Canal, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan, using the fastest steamships and trains of the era. She even stopped in Amiens to meet Jules Verne, who wished her luck, but doubted she could beat Phileas Fogg's record. Missed ships, tight connections, chaotic schedules, everything tried to slow her down. But Bly kept pushing forward, and after 72 days, 6 hours, 11 minutes, and 14 seconds, she returned to New Jersey to a hero's welcome, shattering Jules Verne's fictional time by more than a week. Nellie Bly didn't just win a race, she proved that determination, speed, and sheer nerve could turn an impossible story into history.